Welcome back. In this particular playlist, we are talking about how to write simple programs on Python. We have already completed this many number of topics in this particular playlist. We have come up to how to write if and else execution code or the loops using Python. Today, we are going to talk about how to write for loop in Python, and this will be the ninth program for this particular playlist. So, in the for loop execution, suppose we need to calculate the sum of certain numbers given. So, suppose there are five numbers are given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Five numbers are there, and those numbers have been given in the variable, that is the numbers, that contains this array of the numbers where the numbers we need to sum, that are those. Now we need to calculate the sum of that. So for that, we need to initialize some variable to the value 0, otherwise some garbage value can be kept in. So the sum variable has been given the initial value of 0, right? So these are the numbers that we need to sum up, and some variable has been given 0. Now how for loop need to be run or it need to be written? So this is the way you need to write the for loop. So it is for, then I, that is I is one particular variable that will go one after this, that is when I is equal to this value, so that means I is equal to 1. So initially for the first time of the for loop execution, I will be this particular value 1. Then I will be this value, then this value, then this value and this value. So I is one type of or one local variable which will run in the number of times, that is the number of variables in the numbers variable, or number of items in the variable called as numbers. So these are the number of variables, that is the items are there in the variable, that is the numbers. In this numbers variable, 5 distinct items are there. So I value will be from 1 to 5. So that is for I in numbers, that is in numbers, that in the numbers variable, what is the first element that will be taken at the first instance of the for loop execution, then the second element, then the third element, then the fourth element, and then the fifth element. This is how this particular local variable will change its values. Now just omit these two lines, that is the 6 and 7 number of lines, as we have already given this hash function, so these two number of lines will not be executed. Now this come to the 8 number of line, where you can check, that is I have written sum is equal to sum plus I. So for the first time of the loop execution, when the I value is equal to 1, that time sum value is equal to 0. Why? As we have initialized sum is equal to 0 in the line number 3. So that is 0 plus 1. That is the first element of the numbers variable. So that is, then the sum variable value will be 0 plus 1, that is 1. For the next time, when the I value is equal to 2, then it will be 1 plus 2. Then resultant becomes 3. Then I value becomes 3. So it will be 3 plus 3, that is 6. Then 6 summation with 4. Then 10 addition with 5. So that was how for loop executed in Python, and how you need to write down. So just check, I have written for, then the number of that is the to identify each of the element in the variable in numbers, that is I in numbers, then you have to write this colon. Then in this for loop, this particular line will be executed within for loop. So we have given a tab over here, right? If there is a tab is there, then that means these lines will be executed under for loop. And if you de-indent this line, that is if you remove this tab, then this line will not be executed under for loop, like this print function. That is, print is along this particular line with for loop. So that means this particular line print will not be executed within the for loop. Rather, it will be executed when the for loop execution has been completed. After the completion of the for loop execution, this print particular line will be executed. And to understand this particular thing, that is when to give tab and when to remove tab, I will suggest you to go to this particular video of if and else execution, where it has been described in much elaborate way. So let's come to the code here. So that is, now after the execution of the for loop, we are going to print the sum result. That is, the sum is, then comma sum. So this is how the print function need to be write in Python. This has already been explained in much detail in the earlier program. So I'll suggest you to go to these particular videos to understand how the print function need to be written in Python. So this is the code, and this code has been saved in my desktop, and the name was given prog09.py. Just check, this is the location of the program. Now to run this particular code, what I need to do, I need to go to the command prompt, and in the command prompt I need to make it the desktop. So it is now desktop. Now I need to write down Python prog09.py, and how to write this execution of code in command window, that has already been described in the earlier videos. Just go and check those. So see, the result has been come, that is the 15. Now what is the importance, or why there are two lines are there for with the break and continue? For that you have to wait and check my next video to understand how break and continue function in Python. So this is for today, how to write for loop in Python. So thank you everyone for watching this particular video, and happy studying.